Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. Here in the States, it's Thanksgiving time, so I thought I would go over the 4K releases I'm thankful we got in 2024. I have been a lifelong physical media collector all the way back in VHS. Back then, a lot of people did collect movies in a physical manner, and of course, that has since evolved to DVD, Blu-ray, 4K. I mean, I can just go on and on about the various physical formats themselves, but with the rise of streaming and digital options, that whole market, us as collectors, has gone down just a little bit. So for this particular video, I'm very thankful as a physical media collector that we still get some awesome physical media releases in this day and age. In our community, I think probably more than any others, we always have a wish list, movies that we would love to see arrive on physical media in the latest formats. I've had several that have come to pass in 2024, which I'm very grateful for. And I look forward to the future. Now, so I thought I would go over some titles that were released this past year that I am very thankful that have arrived on 4K. And I want you, as always, to put what you're thankful for in the comments section below. These aren't in any real particular order, except for my last one, which I will explain why when I get to it. So for the first one, The Crow finally arriving on 4K. I am very happy that not only did we get the movie itself on the formats, but it actually turned out to be a very decent transfer and good audio. This was released by Paramount, as you may know, has a little bit of a spotty history when it comes to their 4K catalog releases, but I think overall it was done well. I'm very happy to have it. It also came in several different options. You've got a standard slip, a non-exclusive steelbook, and a Walmart steelbook. So there were a lot of options for this movie to come out on 4K. I'm glad it did. I'm very happy to have it on my shelf behind me. So The Crow on 4K, very happy and grateful we got it in 2024. Another title I'm thankful that finally arrived on 4K is a Martin Scorsese film that I feel it falls in between underrated and just well appreciated. It's a very gray area, but The Departed. I love this movie. I think it is one of his better later films that he's made. And it's just great that I could finally retire that old Blu-ray, bring it up to the 4K standard, and I think it's done very well. I once again, I think it's a little bit underrated. It falls into that category, but I love it. I'm all for any Martin Scorsese films to arrive, but I think out of his filmography, this was near the top of my list. So The Departed came once again in a standard slip, in a steelbook edition, whatever your choice or preference is. But yes, I'm very thankful and very happy to finally have it on the latest format. I am a huge Western fan, and I think that I would love to see any, if not all, Westerns make the jump to 4K. And for 2024, one of my all-time favorites, finally arrived. Once Upon a Time in the West is, in my opinion, long overdue to arrive on 4K. It's not a perfect transfer. There's a little bit of Paramounting going on in regards to that, but I think overall it's a step up over the Blu-ray. I'm just very happy to have it. Once again, one of my all-time favorites. Director Sergio Leone is still in my top caliber of directors, especially the spaghetti westerns. Once again, I would love to see more of his films arrive on 4K. And if rumors are true, we may be seeing new editions of the Man with No Name trilogy from Arrow Video. Hopefully that comes to pass. But for me, this film is epic. It is just a grand on scale. The story is awesome. And the Blu-ray was okay, but I think the 4K definitely improves upon it many times over. So one of my all-time favorite Westerns, very thankful it finally arrived on the 4K format for 2024. This next one I know was on a lot of people's most wanted list, and it felt like every year, oh, is this year it's going to come out? Oh, is this year it's going to come out? I'm hearing rumors it's coming out this year, and oh no, it's coming out next year. But finally, probably in no small part to the sort of sequel reboot that came out this year, Twister on 4K. Let me just say, it was well worth the wait. I loved this 4K. It's going to probably make one of my top 10 lists at the end of the year. I think it's awesome. And the Atmos on this one is a beast. It's pretty cool. There's a lot happening. I mean, in my opinion, the Atmos on this film is significantly better than the movie Twisters that came out this year. Explain that away, but I think Twister on 4K did everything right. It looks fantastic. Awesome audio. So very grateful and thankful we have this one in this year. So we can take this one off the wish list. Twister is finally here. And most of the movies that are on this list are going to be catalog releases. I think that's just to be expected. But I wanted to throw a current day film on here that I'm grateful that we got it on 4K, because it easily could have just went to Blu-ray only, and that would have been such a shame. Or it could have gone to 4K digital only. Godzilla Minus One of my all-time favorite movies of 2023. As you can see, I've got numerous posters behind me. I love this film. I love that it has finally come to 4K, and it has come to 4K in various editions. And I absolutely love that we have this now on our shelves. But, this will definitely be making another list as we get closer to the end of the year. But I love it. I'm just a huge fan. I'm grateful we got it on the 4K format at all. So Godzilla Minus One is definitely on this list. I've always said on this channel that classic cinema looks the best when it's making the jump to 4K, especially if there are restoration efforts. And I just love films of the era of the 50s, 60s, 70s. I think they look amazing more often than not. And in this particular entry on this video, I want to talk about some VistaVision films that were finally arriving on 4K in 2024 that I'm very thankful for. Of course, one of the more recent ones, White Christmas, which looks fantastic on the format. Check this one out. And we also get a pair of Hitchcock films. North by Northwest, amazing. Looks fantastic. And To Catch a Thief from Paramount. All these share the VistaVision element in common, and it just makes these films look amazing. You get that HDR, Dolby Vision to it. It really just brings out all the best elements and qualities of these films. So yeah, these three are making the list. If you've never seen them, do yourself a favor, pick up the 4K. But for that reason, I am very thankful they arrived in 2024. I am a huge Akira Kurosawa fan. I would love all of his films to make the jump to 4K. Maybe one day it'll happen. Probably not in my lifetime, but I can get as many as I can in that time. But this year, just recently, as a matter of fact, one of my favorites of his, Seven Samurai, came out on 4K in two wonderful editions, Criterion and BFI. I just did a comparison video if you want to check out my thoughts. But whichever version you pick, I think you're going to get an awesome experience. I think that this is an incredible movie. It's very epic in nature. It's just excellent storytelling. I mean, the characters are awesome. And even if you're just judging based off of Criterion's Blu-ray and 4K, there's some great restoration that happened in between those two formats. It just looks amazing. So yeah, I love, the 4K from Criterion, but upping the ante just a little bit is the BFI edition with the addition of HDR and Dolby Vision. I go through all this in my comparison video, but I'm just very happy to have this on 4K in two separate editions. But yeah, let's see more Kurosawa going forward. But I'm very thankful we finally have this awesome masterpiece on the format. And finally, the movie that I am most thankful for that made the jump to 4K in 2024. And we got a few of this director's films in this past year, but for me, The Abyss has been a long anticipated and most wanted 4K release for years. And no matter what you may think of the transfers of Cameron's other films, Titanic, Aliens, Terminator, I don't think many would argue that The Abyss was probably the best done of 2024. Not only did we get an awesome 4K edition, in my opinion, you got great picture and the audio was fantastic, but all of those cool extras have also ported over. I think this is honestly one of the most definitive editions of the film on physical media today, and it's definitely one of the best of the year. But just how grateful and thankful to finally have this movie in my current day physical media collection, because it's just, I think that was the last holdout of DVDs that I held on to. Finally glad to get rid of that one, and just I love watching it. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. It is. I know a lot of people have also had this on their most wanted list for years. So here we are in 2024, in my opinion, one of the best years of 4K releases. The Abyss has finally made the jump, and I'm very happy and thankful we have it today. So those are the 4K releases I am most thankful for to finally have in 2024. Now it's your turn in the comment section below. So let me know, what are you thankful for in physical media in this year? And I also want to say, I am also very thankful to you, everybody, my subscribers, the people that watch my videos. I couldn't do this without you. I am grateful beyond anything I can just explain and just convey to you, because without you, I don't have the channel. And I am just very thankful to have you all supporting me. And I'm just looking forward to doing more going forward in 2025 and beyond. So stay tuned. And if you're interested in any of the titles I talked about in today's video, I will leave direct Amazon links in the comment section below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.